His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Somebody that you're going to learn about and love today from a group called Cochren and Company. This is Mike Cochren.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, so happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
From leading worship in a small town in Indiana to the big stage of his radio, we welcome you.
Thank you.
know, you and your wife have a love story that is made for a Hallmark movie. And I should know because I've seen a lot of them. Okay, I can't wait for you guys to hear this. So, Michael, you guys were about to go on stage for a concert at a Christian college. You were, and you heard this voice, this angelic voice.
Sinner, if it's not one thing, it's another.
You didn't even see who was singing, but what did you say when you heard this voice?
Oh my gosh. So we were backstage and I hadn't seen her yet, and I heard her singing and sound checking, and I just nudged my guitar player, just joking, and I said, I'm going to marry that girl. And I got to know her later on that day, and she added me on Facebook, so I say that she made the first move, naturally.
Just like that.
Yeah, and we talked, and we ended up hanging out, and kept hanging out, and we got married.
So you learned something, I guess, through a picture or a selfie or something like that. Did you meet her a year earlier?
Okay, so we had both talked, after we started dating, we met in 2013, and we started dating, and we were talking about Skillet for some reason and how we'd both seen them at a Winter Jam concert in Evansville in 2012. And I said, yeah, I was there. I remember watching them. And she was like, oh, yeah, I was there too. And I was like, well, that's crazy. I wonder if we walked past each other in the hallway, you know, and didn't even know it or something like that. And that was kind of the end of it. And then a couple years later, we were going to be opening for Skillet at a festival, and we were talking again about Skillet. And I said, I remember sitting up in the top right overflow seating section, feeling the heat from their pyrotechnics. And she was like, me too. I was sitting up in the top right section. I was like, well, that's crazy. And she was like, I've got a picture from that day. I'll see if I can pull it up on an old phone. So she pulls up this big panoramic photo, and it's her and her friend doing a selfie. And so I zoom it in. I'm like, well, let me see if I can see myself a couple rows down or something, like see my head or something. So I zoom it in. And as I zoom in further, I see that my wife is sitting right here, and there's two empty seats, no one's sitting in them, and I'm right there.
Dude.
Right there,
God.
right there next to her. The whole concert, we didn't notice each other at all. We didn't see each other, nothing. And pretty crazy. We didn't meet for another year and a half. And I sometimes when we're going through things, I'll text her and I'll just say, just remember God's timing, like this photo.
Yeah.
'Cause if we'd met, God was still doing a lot of work in my life. And at that point in time, and if we'd have met then, we just wouldn't have clicked. And so God knew exactly what he was doing. He always does.
Just two empty seats away.
Yeah.
It gives me chills.
That's crazy
So
cool,
meant to
man.
be.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
You know, my husband and I grew up in different countries, but we owned the same Bart Simpson T-shirt as kids. So does that mean something?
You know, I tell you. Cochren and Company, it is Mike Cochren along with us this morning on his radio.